Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a nice start of your week here. We've got 11 matchups on this NBA slate for Tuesday. A lot of action here as we're getting ready for the playoffs here shortly. A lot of good action on this slate. Before I get started, go ahead and like and subscribe, support the channel, and become a YouTube member today. I just came out with a brand new tier that's $5.99 a month. Going to give you access to the private Discord server and give you all the perks of being a YouTube member. That link is in the description. Love to have you guys be a part of that community, and you're going to support an awesome channel. And we're going to get right into it here. 11 matchups, starting with the Denver Nuggets versus the Charlotte Hornets. The Denver 44 and 24, 32 and 36 against the spread. The Hornets 33 and 35. 34, 33, and 1 against the spread. Denver opening up as 5.5 point favorites with the over-under at 219.5. Last 10 games for Denver, 6-4 in their last 10. Charlotte, 5-5 in their last 10. Denver, 10-4 in their last 14. They are 5-1 in their last 6 against Charlotte here. 4-2 against the spread against Charlotte. Meanwhile, Charlotte just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. So they've been, having trouble covering, coming off that bad loss to the Pelicans. Or I wouldn't say bad loss, but 2-point loss to the Pelicans. Gonna take Denver here, minus 5.5. I just feel way more confident with Denver. We know Charlotte's missing a few of their players. Graham and Bridges are out, and Martin. Some pretty key pieces to their bench unit. Gonna take Denver with confidence at minus 5.5, and we're gonna go with the under 219.5. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Detroit Pistons. Minnesota 21 and 47, 31, 35, and 2 against the spread. The Pistons 20 and 49, 34, 31, and 4 against the spread. Minnesota opening up as 4.5 point favorites with the over-under at 226.5. Last 10 games for Minnesota, 6-4 in their last 10. Detroit 2-8 in their last 10. As this game's getting towards the end of the season here, very meaningless game here. Minnesota just 2-8 in their last 10 games against Detroit. Detroit 1-6 in their last 7, 1-4 at home. Just based on talent alone. I mean, this game is horrible. Definitely wouldn't bet on it. But I trust the Timberwolves more. They have better pieces. Guys that can actually play basketball, to be honest. Some stars. Much rather take the Timberwolves at minus 4.5. And we're going to go with the under 226.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Toronto Raptors. The Clippers 45 and 23, 37, 30, and 1 against the spread. The Raptors 27 and 41, 30, 37, and 1 against the spread. The Clippers opening up as 7.5 point favorites with the over-under at 222.5. Last 10 games for the Clippers, 6-4 in their last 10. Toronto 3-7 in their last 10. These teams did just play, about a week ago. Clippers picking up the 5-point win. Clippers, struggling to cover the spread here. 1-6 against the spread in their last 7. But they are 5-2 in their last 7 against Toronto here. Toronto 1-6 in their last 7. Their season's pretty much over. Going to miss the playoffs. Clippers still have some seeding to do. I think they can definitely move up a seed. So Clippers definitely have more to play for here than the Raptors. Going to take the Clippers minus 7.5, and we're going to go with the over 222.5. Next matchup, we have the Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics. The Heat 37 and 31, 31, 35, and 2 against the spread. The Celtics 35 and 33, 32 and 36 against the spread. Celtics opening up as 1.5 point favorites with the over-under at 218.5. Last 10 games for the Heat, 7-3 in their last 10. Boston 4-6 in their last 10. These teams coming off a game where they both just played each other. Miami picking up the 130-124 win. And, Miami 5-1 in their last 6. They're 6-3 in their last 9 against Boston here. I think getting Miami at plus 1.5. This was about the same line as it was in the last matchup. Miami looked really good in that matchup. Going to take the Heat here, plus the points. Should be another close one, but I'm going to roll with the Heat. Going to go with the under 218.5. Next matchup, we have the Brooklyn Nets versus the Chicago Bulls. The Nets 44-24, 34-34 against the spread. The Bulls 29-39, 35-32-1 against the spread. The Nets opening up as 4.5-point favorites with the over-under at 236.5. Last 10 games for Brooklyn, 5-5 in their last 10. Chicago 5-5 in their last 10 as well. Brooklyn kind of struck on a little bad stretch here, 1-4 against the spread and straight up in their last 5. Had a nice little losing streak there, but they are 9-2 in their last 11 meetings with the Bulls here, so they are able to cover, and they have been able to beat them. The Bulls have been playing pretty well since Zach LaVine returned, and I like Brooklyn to get back on track against this Bulls team as we're getting ready to head into playoff time. Going to take the Nets minus 4.5. Let's hope they can get back on track here against the Bulls. We're going to go with the over 236.5. Next matchup, we have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Dallas 40-28, 34-34 against the spread. Memphis 34-33, 40-26-1 against the spread. Memphis opening up as 1.5-point favorites with the over-under at 223.5. Last 10 games for Dallas, 8-2 in their last 10. Memphis 5-5 in their last 10. We remember what happened in the last time these two teams met up. Luka with the Luka Magic hit the game-winning floater 3 against Memphis. Incredible game. That was an awesome night. Mavs, we're heading into playoff territory here. I like the Mavs to get polished up, get a nice one over the Grizzlies. Getting Mavs plus 1.5 here seems really great. We're playing incredible basketball here. Taking the Mavs plus 1.5, always will. Going to go with the over 223.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Indiana Pacers. The Sixers 47-21. 36-28-4 against the spread. The Pacers 31-36, 28-39 against the spread. Philly opening up as 6.5-point favorites with the over-under at 234.5. Last 10 games for Philly, 8-2 in their last 10. Indy 5-5 in their last 10. Head-to-head, Philly's won the head-to-head battle, 6-4 in their last 10 meetings. Philly's just been pretty dominant. We know Pacers dealing with a bunch of injuries. Don't know Brogdon's status or Jeremy Lamb's. I do see Ben Simmons and Curry are questionable. Be sure to check their statuses. I would imagine they're going to suit up. At least Ben Simmons, I would hope. But I feel way more confident picking the Sixers minus 6.5 in this matchup, and I'm going to go with the over 234.5. Next matchup, we have the Orlando Magic versus the Milwaukee Bucks. The Magic 21-47, 31-35-2 against the spread. The Bucks 43-24, 31-36 against the spread. The Bucks opening up as 14.5-point favorites with the over-under at 228.5. Last 10 games for Orlando, 3-7 in their last 10. Milwaukee 8-2 in their last 10. This is a pretty simple one. Milwaukee 9-1 in their last 10 meetings with Orlando here. I don't think Milwaukee should have any trouble with this Orlando Magic team. Big number. If you want to go for the Magic, go for it. But this should be a matchup where the Bucks, getting at the last few games of the season, I like the Bucks to get a nice 20-30 point win over this Magic team. Going to take the Bucks. Going to go with the under 228.5. Next matchup, we have the New York Knicks versus the Los Angeles Lakers. The Knicks 38-30, 43-24-1 against the spread. The Lakers 38-30, 31-36-1 against the spread. Lakers opening up as 4.5-point favorites with the over-under at 213.5. Last 10 games for the Knicks, 7-3 in their last 10. The Lakers 3-7 in their last 10. from what I see, LeBron should be able to play in Thursday's matchup. I'm sorry, not Thursday. He is probable to play in this matchup. They're in a must-win matchup here. They were in a must-win matchup in the last one, and they came out and they beat Phoenix pretty good in a must-win. Vegas doesn't want Lakers to not make the playoffs. We already know how it is. The game's rigged. LeBron and the Lakers are making the playoffs. Taking the Lakers here at -4.5. Going to take them at 4.5 over the Knicks here. I think they'll get a nice win. When their season's kind of on the line here, I think they should have no problem beating the Knicks -4.5. Going to go with the under 213.5 as well. Next matchup with Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Sacramento Kings. The Thunder 21-48, 30-38-1 against the spread. The Kings 30-38, 31-36-1 against the spread. Kings opening up as 10.5 point favorites with the over-under at 224. Last 10 games for OKC, 1-9 in their last 10. Sacramento 7-3 in their last 10. These teams coming off a game they just played where Sacramento picking up the 126-98 victory here. OKC, God, you name it. They're just we already know this far in the season, end of the season, how bad OKC is. Considering these teams just played and Sacramento 126-98 had their way with them here, I expect the same here. Going to go with the Kings -10.5. It's a big number. Not a game I'm excited about, but we'll go with the Kings -10.5, and we'll go with the over 224. Last matchup on the board, we have the Phoenix Suns versus the Golden State Warriors. The Suns 48-20, 41-26-1 against the spread. The Warriors 35-33, 33-35 against the spread. Phoenix opening up as 5-point favorites with the over-under at 230. Last 10 games for Phoenix, 6-4 in their last 10. Golden State 6-4 in their last 10 as well. Head-to-head, split down the middle. Both teams 5-5 here. End of the season here. Warriors playing hot. Phoenix, we're coming off that bad loss to the Lakers that they really should have won. They just kind of got beat pretty bad against them. Going to take the Warriors. Warriors got more to play for here. Phoenix already has a spot locked up. Golden State's in the play-in seed, but I like the Warriors to finish the season strong here. I'm going to take the Warriors +5. We're going to go with the over 230. That's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Tuesday, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good one.